Hi, how's everyone doing today? I'm your host, Richard D'Souza, here on behalf of the Rich TV show with our very special guest, Alain Ghiai. How you doing today, Alain?
Great. Thank you so much for having me.
Always a pleasure. Excited to have you back on the show. And I just want to remind everyone that the Rich TV show is strictly for information and education purposes. Please do your due diligence and do your research whenever you're looking at investing in any of the companies that we talk about and feature. In saying that, we feel that secure private data is very undervalued, underappreciated, underexposed, and we're very excited to have Alon back on the show. What makes Sekur's 80% gross margins and growing ARPU from its SaaS model a compelling reason for investor confidence in its scalability across new markets like Africa and Europe?
Great question. Well, an 80% gross margin means that for every dollar that we sell, we make 80 cents gross margin. Now that could be a big thing. It depends how much you spend to run the company. We can run the company at a minimum with about, I'm going to talk US dollar, if that's okay, about $55,000 a month, about 700,000 a year. Once we reach that threshold, everything else is pure margin. We also have increased our pricings lately, so the margin, the percentage is the same, but the dollar-wise is much bigger. So that's very unique. The ARPU is actually increasing for consumers from about $10 US to an average of 15-20, and for SMB package and the new corporate package, it's going from about $40 to about 75, and then from 90 to 120 for the full package on a monthly recurring revenue. This is a MRNI, as one of my shareholder calls it, monthly recurring net income business. And once you reach that momentum, it's pure profit after that. We have no debt as well.
Fantastic. We love hearing that there's no debt. With Christophe Cabaya's appointment and expected regional operation launch in Central and Southern Africa by September 2025, what revenue or user growth targets have been set for this strategic expansion?
So Christophe Cabaya is essentially going to run 2 and eventually 4 countries in Africa. The revenue expectation for Q4, it's still in the works, but for 2026, we expect to sell at least 3,000 to 5,000 what we call premium license or corporate enterprise. Those are $1,200 a year license, $1,200 US. So we're looking at 3 to 5 million US in revenues. And there's other things that we're going to discuss in some of your questions that Mr. Cabaya is going to do. Right now, we're trying to establish a beginning of a revenue with government entities for Q4, and we believe that we will reach some sort of a sales startup starting September.
That sounds fantastic. We can't wait to see what happens in September. Can you share specifics on any agreements or trials underway with the African governments or telcos and how these are expected to contribute to Sekur's near-term revenue growth?
I can't give you specifics because these are governments, but in the 2 countries that we mentioned, Angola and the DRC, the Democratic Republic of Congo, we have had contact with our partners that are in partnership with government or government officials themselves. This is a very discreet operation, so I can't detail more, but that has been already engaged, and this is why we're believing that starting September, we're going to start to see some momentum action until the end of the year. As far as the telecom operator, in both countries, we will have access to the largest telco, and our goal is to try to close a deal with one or both of them by the end of this year in order to start sales in 2026. The DRC has over 110 million people, Angola, 30 million, I think. And we believe between the 2 countries, there's definitely at least 1 million corporate customers. And we figure we can probably sell at least to 5 to 10% of them. So that would be 50 to 100,000 users at an average of $10 to $30 a month net to us.
Wow, that's impressive. I look forward to seeing that type of growth. How does Sekur's Swiss-based hosting infrastructure and independence from big tech clouds provide a durable competitive edge in the secure communication space?
That's a great question. We also offer privacy. We're the most private communication solution in the world. The fact that we're not part of big tech and the big cloud providers, I think people, especially in the US, have seen the news from Google, Microsoft, Signal, WhatsApp, everything that is completely collapsing. Outlook is being hacked and keylogged on a daily basis. We are basically an off-grid solution. Companies are looking for off-grid solution. The government of Denmark, for example, has decided to completely shut down all of its Microsoft use. So they're going to go with other solutions. So there's a trend with corporate VIPs and some governments to move away from some of these cloud solutions. We offer a highly scalable, extremely private and secure solution where we have unique features such as the email compromise protection, BEC attacks, and so forth. So these are great features, and the scalability is endless. Today, we can cover about 1 million users, and to grab another 1 million users, we would need to spend about $700,000 in infrastructure. But you need to know, Rich, that if we have 1 million users, we would make about $15 to $20 million per month in a monthly recurring net income. So spending 700-800 grand in an infrastructure to get 20 million a month is really nothing. Especially the infrastructure would last us for 4 years. This is when you slowly replace your servers. So we offer an all-in-one email messenger VPN. We're also launching, hopefully by the end of the year, encrypted voice and video conferencing. So it gives you the gamut of what you need to communicate as a business or in a governmental organization.
Wow. Encrypted voice and video conferencing will be huge. We look forward to seeing that. And that scalability just sounds incredible. Now, Sekur has mentioned plans to uplist to the NASDAQ. We love that here. What specific milestones, financial or operational, remain before that goal can be achieved? And what is the projected timeline?
Yeah, so this is all public information. We filed an F1A in 2022. We completed it pretty much. Then we had to pull it because the market for microcap has been horrific the last 2 years. And we also were trying to raise enough capital to move to a profitability mode. We just raised that capital, as we will discuss. I think the next milestone for us is to reach profitability inside of 12 months. I won't be able to make any projection on the uplist. This could happen before or in 12 months. The fact is 90% of the work has been done. And it could be NASDAQ, it could be NYSE American Exchange, which is now a very popular exchange as well for companies like ours. So we are working on it. And this would require maybe more capital at a higher level. Maybe once we're profitable, we do the raise for the listing at the same time. Our goal right now is to reach profitability, and that's inside of 12 months. That's the most detail I can give you. The aim eventually is to uplist, but we want to do it at the right time.
That sounds great. Makes a lot of sense. Obviously, we would love to see you guys uplist, but the goal of becoming profitable is an amazing goal. And I agree with you. Become profitable, uplist, and make your investors very happy. So that sounds fantastic. What are the cornerstone features and revenue expectations for the upcoming Sekur Corporate Suite? And how will it differentiate from your consumer and pro products?
So the pro is kind of an enterprise product, essentially. The consumer product, we just upgraded it, actually. You get 20 aliases instead of 10 on an email. You have all the powerful tool like business email compromise protection on a regular consumer mail for $20 US a month. On the SMB and corporate, which we call it sometimes premium or enterprise, there's a ton more features, including a record keeping for Messenger, which is huge for SEC regulation. Most companies don't, well, no company has that, except maybe if you buy a Bloomberg terminal at $50,000 a year. So we can offer banks, investment advisor, the compliance they need when they chat with someone. I should mention that our systems allow you to chat or email even non-secure users and be fully compliant and offer that privacy and security and record keeping. So that record keeping archiving is huge. We are also offering multi-user management, This is all of our big partners that we're looking for that. So there's a few features there, and we're going to offer on the corporate, which we used to call our enterprise or pro. Our corporate solution will have white label ready. So if you're a bigger business and you want to have your own brand on your email, your messenger, etc., you'll be able to do it without having to require any IT to do it. So that's a great advantage. We're going to push that in Latin America through our partner America Móvil, all the telecom and big companies. We're going to target the financial industry. So these are very big differential. Our consumer product is still going to be as robust, and we do have a lot of consumers buying the solution.
That sounds fantastic. Sounds like you guys are definitely on the right track. Following your recent 1.6 million in non-brokered private placements, how do you plan to strategically deploy that capital to accelerate marketing development and geographic expansion?
So what we decided to do is to focus on premium and high value clients. So that would be family offices, high net worth individuals, VIP, Hollywood stars, those kind of VIPs, partner with security companies, protection companies. We allocated about we have about $1 million US in the bank. We probably will go through about $500,000 before we're profitable. So we'll have a profit mode, still having, close to 700,000 Canadian in the bank. We will spend about 200,000 into our voice and video encryption. So some of that money is for finishing the product, and really the rest is to partner with specific partners in the US that we have, and of course expanding in Africa and Europe as well. We are going to announce 3 or 4 contracts in Europe with partners. That'll be soon. We've been discussing with them. So we do want to be careful with that cash. The goal for us is to make sure that we have enough runway until profitability and not overspend into digital marketing, because the ROI is just not there. It's a lot better to find B2B partners in a nutshell.
Sounds like you guys are doing incredible and you're on the right track. Congratulations on all your success. We're here with the CEO of Sekur Private Data, Alain Ghiai. Alain, thank you for joining us today.
Thanks, Richard. Thanks, everyone, for watching.
Always a pleasure. Go and take a look at Sekur Private Data. And thank you for watching the Rich TV show. If you like these videos, please smash the like button, comment down below, share the video everywhere, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. We'll see you soon.